Welcome, baking enthusiasts. There's something magical about the smell of chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven. It's a classic treat that brings joy to both young and old.
Whether you're a novice baker or a seasoned pro, making chocolate chip cookies is always a rewarding experience. These cookies are simple yet delicious. They have crispy edges, chewy centers, and are packed with gooey chocolate chips.
Perfect for any occasion, a batch of these cookies can make any day brighter. Plus, it's a fun activity to do with family and friends.
But what makes a chocolate chip cookie so special is the combination of basic ingredients that come together to create something extraordinary. Flour, sugar, butter, and chocolate chips. It's amazing how these simple items can make something so delightful.
So, grab your apron and let's dive into the world of chocolate chip cookies. Get ready to fill your home with the irresistible aroma of freshly baked goodness.
First, let's gather our ingredients. You will need all-purpose flour, baking soda, salt, unsalted butter, granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, and of course chocolate chips.
Make sure your butter is at room temperature. This makes it easier to mix with the sugars. Start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Then, in a large mixing bowl, beat the room temperature butter with both the granulated sugar and brown sugar until the mixture is creamy and smooth. This should take about 2 to 3 minutes.
Next, add the eggs one at a time, beating well after each addition. Then mix in the vanilla extract. In a separate bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, and salt. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet mixture, mixing just until combined.
Finally, stir in the chocolate chips until they are evenly distributed throughout the dough. Be careful not to overmix, as this can make the cookies tough. And there you have it, your dough is ready to be scooped and baked.
Now that our dough is ready, let's talk about scooping. Using a cookie scoop or a spoon, portion out the dough into even-sized balls. This ensures that all your cookies bake evenly and have a uniform look.
For standard-sized cookies, use about 1 to 2 tablespoons of dough per cookie. If you prefer larger cookies, you can use a bit more dough. Place the dough balls onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Make sure to space them about 2 inches apart to allow room for spreading.
To achieve perfectly round cookies, you can gently roll each ball of dough between your palms. This step is optional but can give your cookies a more polished look. If you like your cookies a bit thicker, you can chill the dough balls for about 30 minutes before baking.
Bake the cookies in the preheated oven for 10 to 12 minutes, or until the edges are golden brown. The centers may look slightly underdone, but they will continue to set as they cool.
Let the cookies cool on the baking sheet for a few minutes before transferring them to a wire rack to cool completely. Section 4. Customizing your cookies, add-ins, and variations.
One of the best things about chocolate chip cookies is how customizable they are. While the classic version is fantastic, you can get creative with different add-ins and variations to suit your taste.
Try mixing in different types of chocolate, such as dark chocolate chunks, white chocolate chips, or even a combination of all three.
Nuts like walnuts, pecans, or macadamia nuts add a delightful crunch. If you're a fan of coconut, shredded coconut can add a lovely texture and flavor.
For a fruity twist, consider adding dried cranberries or cherries. You could even experiment with spices like cinnamon or a dash of espresso powder for a unique flavor profile.
The possibilities are endless, so don't be afraid to get creative. Just remember to keep the total amount of add-ins to about 1 to 1.5 cups to ensure the dough holds together well.
Mix-ins should be evenly distributed throughout the dough for the best results.